It's going to be a day in Leslie County that, as far as we're concerned, at the high school, is one of the most important days that we will see in a long time. And I do want to welcome our guests here, the contractors, the architects, Mr. Boland, Mr. Muncie, the Board of Education and Fiscal Court members, Judge Muncie, Mr. Ford Boland, Philip Lewis, Mayor Brannon, and other guests. You are welcome here at Leslie County High School, and I'm going to ask Mr. Hightower if you'll come at this time and give the invocation for us. And again, I say to the students, in 1961, I entered this building that's behind me, second class to graduate out of a new building. It was quite an experience. And I am so glad that we can stand before you today and have this groundbreaking ceremony. And I ask that you listen very, very carefully to the people and what they say. Mr. Hightower.
I was here as a teacher, when Mr. Shepherd spoke of entering this building. I've been here every year since we first moved into it. I'm excited that some changes are going to be made, and there are a few comments I would like to make about it. In the scriptures we read, where there is no vision, the people perish. We must have this vision for the needs of Leslie County and for the young people whom we teach. Today we look forward with great excitement to the day when this dream becomes a reality. Today we gather outside, under the open sky. We anxiously await that day when we will assemble not outside, but within the walls of a new Leslie County High School. In this vision, we ask for guidance, direction, and help. We're in a perfect setting today and every day as we gather here, when we can look all around us and we can understand what the psalmist was saying when he said, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord who made heaven and earth. When I was in high school, I read a poem which has become a favorite of mine. And the message of that poem says that there was a man who was traveling alone one day, and he came at the end of the day to a chasm deep and wide. He thought how difficult it will be for some young people who might come this way to cross over. As he considered the situation, he decided, I will build a bridge to span the tide. Someone came along and asked, but why are you building here? Your journey is about over. And his answer was, there may be some young people coming this way who would find it difficult to cross, and so for them, I build. And today, for the young people of Leslie County, we build. For those who will pass this way in the years to come, they too need a bridge to span the chasm that leads them from their high school education to the life of work. Today, young people, we're building for you. Would you pray with me? O God and Father of heaven and earth, grant us thy peace and thy forgiveness. Give us patience and hope and understanding. Make us aware of your direction and help. Give us a greater vision of our responsibilities. May we as teachers realize anew that when we cease to learn, we cease to teach effectively. May students be encouraged to understand that they have not passed this way heretofore. They will not pass this way again. Grant to each of them a willingness to use their time wisely and to obtain the best education possible. Every day, help us to look up unto these hills from whence cometh our help, for we acknowledge you as our helper. In his name we pray. Amen.
At this time, I'm going to ask the students if you'll stand and we'll have the national anthem by Mr. Hoover, director of the LCHS, to win. Thank you. Be seated. At this time, it gives me pleasure to welcome our superintendent of schools, who's walked in the hallways here at LCHS, just like we have. And Mr. Boland, welcome to the high school. Mr. Boland.
To the students of Leslie County High School and parents, future parents, grandparents, this is a great day for Leslie County. It's something we have looked forward to for many years. I'm going to introduce some people that I want you to know because they're important people in your lives. On my right, we have several county officials. The District Judge of Leslie County, if you would stand, Renee Muncie. The Sheriff of Leslie County, Ford Bowling. The County Attorney of Leslie County, Philip Lewis. Magistrate and the husband of one of our board members who could not be here today, Mr. Lindsay Sizemore. And another person that's very important to us, he is the mayor of Haddon, and that's Marvin Brannon. To my left, I'll wait and introduce those folks just in a minute because they're important also. Some people that's been with me for many years, and we've discussed and worked on this project for many years. 3 of those members are here today, and that's the Leslie County Board of Education. As I mentioned, 2 could not be here, Mr. Collett and Mrs. Sizemore. But with us today is member Joe Lewis, Leander Crawford, and Logan Adams. Did you give them? Thank you very much. I needed that. Those people have worked so close with me every step of the way along with the others, but those are the people that make the decisions, the hard decisions. Also, I have some people from the central office that work with me, along with secretaries that are here. Two people who are my assistants, number one, or number two, it doesn't matter. Tom Sizemore is instruction. The other person is Jerry Lewis, who is our building program, our support. He's Assistant Superintendent for Support Services. Mr. Glenn Hendricks is our Professional Development Coordinator, and he's with us. Ed Carmack is a new position, not exactly with the Board of Education, but in support of. He is your Youth Service Center Director, Ed Carmack. Later on, all you students know Reverend Ray Wilson. Also in the back of me is my wife, Eileen, who taught here for many years. The people that has made the design and later will be doing the work are some folks that's not new to Leslie County. That is Jack Troutfelter and Associates of Lexington, architects for this firm. Along with him is Dwayne Brown. You'll see a lot of Dwayne Brown. You've seen him here before, and he'll be living with us. Along with Dwayne, who has done, I think, an outstanding job in his design. His mother, Monica, is with us, and his grandparents are here today on stage. We're glad to have you with us. I hope I haven't left anyone out in my introductions. Let me just say briefly, bear with us for 2 years, and you will have the best facility that money can buy. On your program, on the back, it'll tell you the entire project and its amount is $8,185,000. That is the entire project. Things will be interrupted along the way. And one of the people this morning, the 30 people, the subcontractors we met with, said we probably should be writing a book on how to build a school and teach classes at the same time. And I said, we can do it. We can do it. We need the building, and we need good students in a learning situation, and we can and we will do it. It's a project that I want you, each of you, to follow through with every day. You'll be here, you'll see it made. It'll be born in the next 2 years. And I want you to be part of it every day. And when it's completed, as I said, you'll have the best facility of anywhere in eastern Kentucky. This time I've introduced one person, and I want him to, if he would want to make a comment, would that be Mayor of Hyden, Mr. Marvin Branham. He is very supportive, and we're going to be working on a project later on connected with the high school. At this time, a person I wanted to bring as part of this effort, our county judge. When we came across that bridge in 1960, we came to a new building. He was a freshman, and I was a freshman, along with about 175 other freshmen at that time. And this was the largest building I had ever seen. From one end of the hall to the other was long. It doesn't seem that big anymore. But since that time, things have changed. Judge Muncie is county judge of Leslie County. I believe he's serving in his 3rd term. And I would invite him to come forward and speak to our student body at this time. Judge Muncie.
Superintendent Bowling, distinguished guests, and students. I'd like to take just a second or two to talk to you students about an attitude that we need to have. And that is very simply that we can do things. You know, don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't do things. You can go to college at Eastern or UK or Western or Moorhead or the community college, and you can get a degree. You can become a lawyer or a doctor or a school teacher or anything else that you want to do. All it takes is deciding that you want to. We decided in my first term as county judge that we were going to build a recreation center. And we did. And we did it for the young people who were about then and who are now out building Leslie County. 31 years ago is when I came to this place as a 14-year-old freshman, 1960. And believe it or not, that seems like it happened yesterday. Time flies once you get out of high school. And it won't be long before you all will be standing up here speaking to young people in the year 2020, or along that time. One of you will be the county judge, and one of you will be the superintendent and the county attorney and the district judge, and fill those positions that makes up the leadership of the county. Our economy is based on coal and timber, and as all of you know, and some of your parents have experienced, coal is a thing that we can't depend upon. Maybe in our lifetime, it will cease altogether being mined because it'll be gone. So what we need to decide is that we can do something about that. That we can build a future here that's not tied to coal or timber. And those things are going to continue to be important. We can build a new high school. We can build roads and bridges. And we can develop another economic system that will work. And one of the things that I want to do while I'm county judge, and I will accomplish before I leave office, or before this term ends, and that is dedicate a new industry, a new factory that will be making something that's totally unconnected to coal or timber. And by doing that, when I walk off of the stage and leave the county judge's office, and when one of you all take that job, I will have shown you that I could do it and that you can. This year or next year, we will break ground and begin building a small industry that will employ 60 people to begin with, and it will grow. And what I will have done then, and what the fiscal court will have done, is show you that we can do it. So just take that attitude. Don't let any teacher or any county judge or any official or your parents or anybody else tell you that you can't do things. All you have to do is make up your mind, and you can do anything you want to with your life. You can be a failure or you can be a great success. I don't know of any young people in the whole world who have any more talent than you do. I mean, I've worked with some of you. Some of you work for the fiscal court in the summer times. A few of you I get to know. I wish I could get to know you all. Because every one of you have special talents. And every one of you can help make Leslie County a better place to live in. And that's going to be your challenge. You can't blame it all on me. And you can't blame it all on Superintendent Bowling, or the magistrates, or the board members, or your teachers. If you fail, you will fail because you have failed yourself. And if you succeed, you will succeed because You made up your mind that you could do it. And that's the attitude we need to take. As Leslie County, it's not going to be an easy future. It's not going to be easy to move from coal to something else and to keep this place a place where we can live and make a living. I can't do it. Superintendent Bowling can't do it. The fiscal court can't do it. Everybody in Leslie County can do it. And that's the attitude I want to see us all take, that we can do things. A can-do attitude. The best football team, the best basketball team, the best academic teams. We can compete with anybody, anywhere. And that's the message that I'd like to see the faculty at Leslie County High School and in the grade schools instill in the young people of Leslie County that you're worth as much as anybody else anywhere, that you have a future, that you can make a future. All you have to do is put a little effort into it. And I know you will, because we have lots of young people off getting educations, off working at good productive jobs in the coal mines or other places. Just make up your mind what you want to do, and you'll find people who will want to help you along the way. Don't fail to ask a teacher for advice. Don't fail to ask them about college and how many hours it takes to graduate, and where you should go and what kind of a career you ought to think about, what kind of job you want to train for. That's the reason they're here, to help you. And if they don't help you, then they will have failed. But I believe there's a whole new awareness among the people who educate young people, a whole new sense of pride for all of us, because we're going to grow, we're going to do it, and we're going to make it. Thank you all.
At this time, we'll have special music by Mr. Hoover and the LTH Band.
Man, let's go. They're doing that. We could be co-doing it. Let's go.
everybody, you're the best. At this time, I want to introduce a person to you that you're going to be seeing a lot of. And I'd like to ask him to come forward because I want him to see you and you see him. His name is Ken Douglas. Now, Ken Douglas is with D.W. Wilburn, the contractor for this project, and he'll be the man in charge to see that that it's done right. Mr. Douglas. To the teachers who are in the audience and to the students, we want you to offer any advice in the future that you might want to give to Mr. Ken Douglas. He will be here to see that our project is completed and completed hopefully on time and in a good manner. And he just said it would be.
I'd just like to say we're looking forward to this project. Jess Ringwater's over here. He's our superintendent. He'll be here on a daily basis, and you'll see a lot more of him than we'll be, but I'll be here at least weekly, probably more than that. This is one of the toughest projects I believe I've tackled in a long time as far as scheduling with all you people in the school. It's going to be dangerous. We ask your cooperation and help in staying out of areas that we kind of rope off and what have you, and we'll be glad to answer questions if you go to your teachers, if you see something you'd be interested in looking at closer, ask the principal, and we'll be glad to show you what we are doing and how we're doing it, and we will run a little tour for you every now and then. Thank you.
Okay, as Mr. Douglas gets the shovels ready, and we will gather behind him and break ground along the flagpole where our football manager is now sitting.
Could we bow for a word of prayer? Our Heavenly Father, we come to this moment and we realize this is a very, very special occasion. The Lord, we recognize that not only is this a special occasion for right now, but for all those that will be going to this school building from here on out. The Lord, we ask for blessings upon this project, upon this building. It's already been mentioned, the dangers and the difficulties, and we ask for your protection and for your care in each and every situation. Lord, we realize that many times weather can play a factor, and we ask your blessings in every part of it. That this building might be accomplished in such a wonderful way that everyone that goes through it might be able to have the very best of educations and become the very best of people, just as you'd want them to be. We ask your blessings upon these that have done the planning, upon these that will be doing the work. We ask your blessings upon each of the students that have to study and work around all that's happening. We just ask your blessings upon everything that's going on. We thank you for what this means. We thank you for what it will do for generations to come. It's in your most precious and most holy name we pray. And amen.
pictures. If the students would like, please take your time. You get your stuff and get ready to load on the buses. Thanks for your behavior. You can ease out.